Hi, my name is Phil. I'm a Steinway recommended piano instructor, and I teach church pianists how to play out of the hymnal with confidence by understanding the harmonies of the hymn and also knowing what chords to play and where to play them. Today's question is why your left hand still sounds weak even if you know the patterns. Now, this is like basically part two to the video that we just went over, which is the only two left hand patterns that you need to know, and I'll put a link here and a thumbnail, and I'll put it in the description just in case you haven't seen that yet. It'll benefit you tremendously. Go ahead and watch that. So this question is why your left hand still sounds weak even if you know the patterns. There's actually a few reasons for that. Let's take a look at my whiteboard here. Okay, boom, boom, boom. All right. There's actually like three big areas that we can discuss. All right. So we have number one is a rhythm issue. I'm just going to put R. Oh yeah, by the way, can you get out a paper and a pencil and just write this down? I don't care if you even throw it away later. It's going to benefit you. So you could pause right now, take out a pencil, a paper, notepad, whatever, and you could write this stuff down. So number one, why your left hand still sounds weak. Yeah, it sounds like not confident, right? It doesn't really sound good. And number one is rhythm. Number two is there's a coordination issue, like hand coordination. And there is a knowledge / understanding issue. And underneath all of these, there's subcategories. For you, if you get this, let me just look at you. If you really get this part, okay, your practice, if you practice it this way, your practice will become so efficient. It's better that it'll be like practicing, you could practice less, but get the same amount as practicing more. It's just so efficient, and you won't have to practice as hard at it because it'll be more effective. Okay, so write this down. We're just gonna do coordination today. If your left hand is sounding weak, it's because it's not confident, right? And that could be, and it could be any of these things. But the things for coordination is your left hand pattern. The pattern is not good in the hand, so it's not confident in the hand. All right, and then number two, it could be the left hand transitions. What do you mean by transitions? Like from a chord to a chord, going from, jumping from chord to chord. All right. And then the last one, which is a big one, is both hands coordination. Okay. Hands together coordination. All right. Go ahead and put that away. Make sure let's put your device on the piano now. Go ahead and set it up. And we'll continue with what a friend we have in Jesus. In the last episode, we went over the first part of it. And in this one, we're just going to do line 3 really quick. Okay, let's see where I can find it. Here we go. And this chord, we can tell what this chord is because it has a bunch of C's. And we're just going to call it a C chord right now because that's what it is. Let's see here. This has a bunch of C's. Boom, C chord. And if you want to know, by the way, if you want to know how to analyze each chord, that way you could open up the hymnal and just really be able to play anything and figure out the chords for all of them. Not just the hymnal, all music. I have a step-by-step program. Right now it's on sale for $197. The price will go up after April 30th. So if you want to go into that, it's over 12 months of lessons, really. And then there's level 1, 2, and 3. So it's all different levels. And that way you can cycle through it. So if you're on level 1, get through it. And then when you're ready, you come back, you do level 2, level 3, etc. But for the main thing I'm pushing it for right now is honestly, it takes too much time to really teach thoroughly how to analyze the chords. Okay, but I'll give you a shortcut for this one. Right here we have a C major chord. We can see that because there's a lot of C's here. That's not always true that it's going to be a C chord just because of that, but for this song it is, okay? And then, oh, what peace we often forfeit. On forfeit, there's an F and an F. Looks like this is an F chord. Let's put that in there. Oh, there's a B flat here, and it's doubled because there's a tenor and a bass singing it. Oh, and then so we see a B flat. What needless pain we bear. Now this is one of those tricky ones, but I'll tell you straight up, this one is an F chord on needless, okay? And then bear is a C chord. All right, the point of this episode is not really to analyze the chords, it's to figure out how to practice your patterns much better. Okay, here we go. So number one, we're gonna go over the pattern. Let's do the 10th pattern, because I know a lot of people like that. We have a C major chord, and all you're gonna do, just a quick review. Let's go close up. If this is a C chord, C, E, and G, you're gonna take the middle note and throw it up an octave. All right? And then you could go like this. Now, if you're not feeling comfortable with that, there's a few reasons for that too, but let's just first make sure the pattern is comfortable in the hand. If you can't reach it, now you got to practice the jump. I like to keep my hand open if it is a jump. If you start to feel some strain here, that's too much tension. And if you do it too much, you'll get, what's the right word? Like a repetitive muscle injury, right? Like tendonitis and stuff like that, carpal tunnel. So if you're feeling tension, just close up your hand. All right, so pause the video and practice the C chord right now. We're working on just the pattern. All right, go ahead and pause it. And then when you're ready, all right, come back. Let's do the F major chord. All right. You're getting used to that pattern. Remember the A goes up here. Let's pause it. And when you're ready, come back. We'll do the B flat major chord. The B flat major chord is B flat, D, F. We're going to move this middle note up here to make it a 10th. All right. This one is a lot of trouble for some people, but make sure you could feel your second finger slide against this black key, and then you can jump to D and maybe even close your hand if you're feeling tension here. All right. Now, go ahead and pause that. Make sure those chords are good in the hand, and that's step number one. All right, let's go over step number two. So that first, your left hand pattern should be comfortable in the hand. The next thing is a big way to practice left hand transitioning between chords. And for this, we're going to do the part where there's a fast harmonic rhythm. That means the chords are changing a lot here. Oh, what needless pain we bear. Go ahead and let's play that B flat chord. Intense. And then we're going to jump down to F, and then we're going to have to jump down to C. Now notice, I am not practicing this section here. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Because I know that that's just two chords. It's not moving very fast for the left hand, but I do know my left hand's going to jump a lot here. And so I'm sectioning off this, and we're going to work on jumping. So here we go. We're going to do this B flat chord. Go ahead, put your hand on the B flat position. All right. And then we're going to jump to F. And then we're going to jump to C. Now the thing that you need to focus on is you have to be extremely accurate. So that means I don't care about the rhythm. I don't care if you pause even right now. It's about pressing it in, and you want to accurately get to the next chord, F. I don't care if you pause. Because in your brain, it's trying to connect these things together. When people practice, I see this a lot with other, well, you could do it with this. Then they'll be like, and then they'll just fumble over. But every time you fumble over, you are learning the mistake and you're creating the habit of practicing incorrectly. So I need, if you want to get the most out of your practice and you want to actually, you don't have a lot of time to practice and you want to practice effectively, accuracy is the key. And so I'm going to do B flat. And now we're going to jump to F. Don't play it unless you know your pinky's on F. Good. And now C. Good. Now go ahead, pause the video right now, and let's practice that. Okay, when you got that, you can come back and put that all together. And then we're going to do step number 3, which is both hands together. Okay, and this is where it gets quite challenging. And this is where most people don't practice right. In fact, what happens when they put both hands together, they keep the speed the same, they keep the tempo the same, and many times they speed up. Have you ever been there? Have you ever been anxious where you're like, oh, I hope I don't mess up, and then you go faster? Well, it's harder to be accurate if you're going faster. So when you're going to do both hands, the key is the same as we did with the jumping. We're focusing on accuracy first. So when I'm connecting my hands together, I'm not playing unless I can accurately play it. I can pause. By the way, you can pause and just hesitate, just wait, and you want to make sure that you're playing the note accurately. Here we go. Here you could pause, just think about it, make sure you're correct, and then play it with both hands. And then when you're ready, you could pause and then connect. Just like that. Let's do it one more time, and then you pause it, and then you practice it a lot. Here we go. You could pause here if you want. You could pause, think about it. And all right, good. Now pause, and you could pause the video this time and practice that. And when you put it all together, it's going to sound like this. All right, good. And that's basically it. So when we put it all together from the beginning of that line, just playing the right hand as written. All right, good. So enjoy that practice. And now we're going to go into something a little special, which is question and answer time. I had a lot of comments, and if you have a comment, a question, you could put it in the comments below, and maybe I'll go over it in the next video. All right, let's take a look here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. This is from, oh, I hope you like my Photoshop here. Not a son of 𝐼𝐴𝐞. My short fingers cried out for mercy when you said tenths. Seriously, thanks for sharing. You're welcome. I totally understand. Tenths are pretty far, but hopefully now you have a new way to do that. This is from Did Not Inherit Father Noah's Handspan, probably on the same page here. You do realize that for many of us, the only possible way to play the 10th is to arpeggiate it. My hands can barely reach an octave. Oh, totally, understand. So you could just roll it, all right? So just like we were doing. Totally fine. You could jump it. Ba-dum. Totally fine. All right, let's keep going. Dun, dun, dun. This is from awesome YouTube commenter. I saw in a different video someone present a 1, 5, 8, 10 left-hand pattern, and then I see a lot of videos where the keys get colored. I frequently wish that they would use 2 different colors, one for the left hand and a different for the right, especially when playing fast. Okay, I cannot split the colors, also because when you do combine hands, sometimes the left hand goes into the treble clef area. But I think that you would probably need a video editor to do that, and somebody who's really good at editing videos. So that is definitely not me. I don't even edit my videos hardly. So but I saw in a different video someone present a 1, 5, 8, 10 pattern. So 1, 5, 8, 10 is what you're thinking is like this. Let's take a close-up look. 1, 5. You would say 8, 10. And that is just another variation of a 10th. That's all that is. It's the same thing. It is still a 10th. It's just finding a way to get there. It knows that this is hollow. You're like, oh, I need something extra. What is it? Oh, that sounds much better. So yeah, that pedal. You're fine. 1, 5. Actually, I would say 1, 3. But anyways, the fingers you could use 2. You could use 4. That helps when you're crossing over. All right, so that's a good pattern. It's one of, I use that pattern a lot too. It's still a variation of the main pattern, the 10th. So let's keep on going. Is this the last one? Wonderful question. Thank you for the great lesson. I've signed up for your first module. Oh yeah, by the way, if you want the first module for free, right now it's for free. Later on, we're going to charge for it. In the comments, just put in step by step, and I'll give you the link, and then you can follow the instructions there. All right, and then you'll get there's 22 videos, and it'll totally get your foundation ready. All right, if we start the hymn with an octave chord pattern, do we have to follow through to the end, or can we mix with the other patterns? Oh, you could totally mix. Oh yeah, I love that. Here. Let's do that here. So for instance, you do let's do octave chord. Maybe switch here. And then back to octave chord. Then, yeah. Let's do so we could change paces out as much as we want. Wouldn't sound totally good for the congregation that way, but it's a good mess around exercise. That's all I have for you with our lesson today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next lesson.